Hello, my name is Navigator. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the AEW Ringside exclusive Blood and Guts Exploding Barbed Wire Death Match Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega 2-pack. Wow, that was definitely a lot of words, but this is something that I have wanted in my collection for so long, and as you guys probably saw in a recent video where I talked about some recent acquisitions, I did end up getting two of these. So I have one to keep mint on card, and then one to unbox, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. So with all that being said, I don't know what else to say. Let's just get into this and unbox it. I am super pumped. All right, to save on some time, I already cut some of the tape, so I'm just going to see how this is going to work. I want to try, emphasis on try, to keep this box as well intact as I possibly can. We're going to start by sliding out this middle part. All right, beautiful. So this, I can just get to the side. Don't have to worry about that. But it seems like this is going to be quite the confusing thing to unbox. So let's see where I can start. All right, I get my trusty blade here. And over on the top here, it seems like there is some tape. So I'm going to try to cut through all that while I can. Let's see if that, let me get it on this side as well. All right, you guys know me, one take videos, so you got to bear with me as I get all this out of here. But who knows? Maybe there's that one person out there that wants to know how to unbox this. And there you go. This video is for them, I guess. But let's see. Beautiful. We'll get that done down there too. And then I think this might just kind of open up as a window almost. Let's see. I missed some tape there. Hold on. Let's get that done. Oof. There we go. Oh, all right. Awesome. Okay, yeah. I figured that I'd probably want to keep this intact because of what it has on there. So I'm just going to slide that off. We'll throw this to the side. That's kind of the main part of this. And then I want to try to keep this together. I kind of like this stage right here. It's very cool. So let's see what the best way... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and those are the tables. Okay. So we can slide these out, which is very interesting. I like that a lot. And then I don't know if we can slide out these tables, though. That might be a whole different story. We're going to have to see about that. What would be the best way? The best way without damaging this too much. You know what I might do? I might do some box surgery here, folks. If you will just bear with me. Let me see if I can kind of saw that off. Let's see. Let's see how this will work. Ugh. I love this. Oh, dang it. All right. Well, how did that look? How did that look? Okay. That doesn't look too bad. I can probably keep that back on there. Wonderful. Had part of the table fall down here, though, so I'll grab that. And we'll try to do the same thing on this side. Just trying to make sure that I don't damage the graphics as much as possible, because who knows? Maybe I'll just use this as a backdrop or something like that. We'll try to pop that out just a little bit, so enough to get the table out. Oh, maybe a little bit too much there. That's okay. All right. How does that look, folks? I could probably super glue that back down. Look like nothing even happened, but there you go. So I kind of got this nice little stage here, almost like half the ring. I wonder what I'll do with this. But there we go. Nothing else included in here. So I can throw this aside. And then it seems like we have most of the accessories. Let's get these guys out really quickly. Let's see what the best way. It doesn't seem like they're attached to anything. So let me get this chair out of the way first. I'm going to saw off the rubber around there. Make sure that my lock is on my safety so I don't cut myself. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Ugh. What is going on with that? There we go. There's one, and there's two. All right, sweet. We'll get that chair out of there. Sorry, Kenny, I'm going to rip that out of your hand. But speaking of which, let's get you out of here, too, Kenneth Omega. God, imagine if that was his name. Oh! Jeez, they really got these guys in here. I'm not going to hold you. All right, there we go. There's Kenny. And then does Johnny have his, his baseball bat is fastened down as well. So I'm going to try to get this done if I can. Oh my gosh. This is a nightmare, folks. Absolute nightmare. There we go. Okay. There we go. Let's get his bat out of the way. We'll get old John out of there as well. What would be the best way to do that? I do not know. These guys are really, like, look how deep that plastic is in there. These guys are really, really in there. Oh. Oh my gosh. Sounds like I'm pooping. There we go. All right, beautiful. And honestly, these guys don't really feel too loose. So this might be a good sign. Some non-loose Moxley figures. Gotta love that. Okay. I'm going to straighten these two out. We'll get that done and out of the way. Oh, Kenny feels really, really nice. Very, very nice. I was really excited for both of these figures, but mainly Kenny. Okay. All right. So we have those two tables. And then the last thing we're going to do before we really get into the review part of it is get these accessories out of here. So let's see. I don't even know if I'm going to take those out of the packaging. I don't really think there's a need for it, but you grab the title, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Let's grab this barbed wire as well. And then the extra hands. And those are there as well. All right, folks. I think that's everything from the box. So what we're going to do now is... well, we're going to review it. So let's do this. And one thing I should point out, this is going to be my first video with this kind of new setup that I have. As you guys can see, the crowd is a little bit closer now. I added some more rails there. But anyways, we'll talk about that in another video. It's kind of disorganized right now, but I'm going to fix that up. All right, starting off, we have some barbed wire here. What I'm going to do, folks, I'm just going to fill you in on what's going on. What you're supposed to do is take these out, and you're going to end up putting the barbed wire on the table. Honestly, I don't really see a need for that right now. It's not really going to be like that in my collection. I'll be using the tables for something else. So there's no point in me taking this barbed wire out. I know for a fact that I do have other figures that I've unboxed where they do have barbed wire like this. So go back and see any of my other Blood and Guts reviews and you'll probably find this exactly. But there's just no need for me to take this out right now. So please forgive me. I'm just going to throw this to the side. Very simple. Up next, we're going to go over these tables. I do like these a lot because they are slightly wider and longer than a lot of the other tables that I get from like Ringside or whatever. And those are, I really do appreciate that, having bigger tables. And you can actually combine them to almost make a mega table, something like that. So there you go. Very straightforward wrestling figure tables though. In the middle, it does break apart super easily if you wanted to have some play action. So there you go. Pretty basic on the tables. And I'll throw those off to this. Actually, I'll keep them up here so we can kind of get it all together later. Next up, we do have a barbed wire wrapped chair. Very cool, although I do already have one of these. I believe I got it with the accessory pack. Pretty nice, though. I'm not going to lie. I have another barbed wire chair. We also have a barbed wire baseball bat. This will now be my third, I think. Or maybe my second. I think Sting's did not come with barbed wire. But if you were curious, there you go. There's the barbed wire baseball bat. The AEW Championship, a beautiful, absolutely beautiful belt. Love how this looks. And I do apologize. My skin is so dry. I have to moisturize more. But there you go. Love how that title looks. Looks absolutely stunning. And then what else do we have here? Just some extra hands. I want to see who these go to. All right, so John does not seem to be wearing gloves or I guess a wrap. But then again, I just don't know because they're both of these hands that you can see on here. They don't have like the wrap on there. However, looking at these hands, they do have wraps. And maybe in the background you can hear my dog losing his mind. I think the mailman's here or something. But you can see with these hands, they have some wrap on it. So there you go. And I'm honestly probably going to interchange these with these figures and we'll kind of see how it goes. But I love how that looks. Absolutely love how that looks with the wrap on there. It looks super sweet. So there you go. An open hand. What else do we have here? This one's got to be for Kenny with that kind of trigger hand that he's got, the little gun thing, Bullet Club, whatever it is. But there you go. And then we also have these two Lego Man hands, and this one seems to be for Moxley because of that wedding ring on the ring finger, that wedding ring tattoo. And I wish it would zoom in. And I wish my dog would stop barking. That'd be nice. Yeah, thanks. Beautiful. But there you go. The Moxley hand. So it seems like, yeah, that's what it's going to be. Those are for John and those are for Kenny. And why is it out of focus? There we go. Beautiful. All right. Let's get to the meat of this and take a look at these figures. Guys, you can go on anybody else's channel and check out their review. I implore you, but I am not taking these t-shirts off. I am very worried about the staining, and I just feel like it's going to take way too much time. So we're just going to do a very brief kind of Navigator overview of these figures. So starting at the bottom like we usually do, if it'll focus, he's got the black combat boots like we see. This is the same mold for all the Moxleys, except for the pants are going to be a very basic gray, which I like a lot. You can also see there's some colorization on the belt. Makes it look very realistic. Moving up here, though, he has a mock shirt kind of cut off, and then he's going to have blood on his arms. Let's take a peek at the torso, and yeah, he does have blood on the torso. Once again, if you want a full in-depth, I'm sure somebody else has a shirtless Moxley thing, but man, look at that head sculpt. That is insane. The only head sculpt that you'll ever need for Jon Moxley, because he always bleeds, and that just looks great. Love how that looks. Super cool. I wish maybe they could have made it more with the upper. How can I phrase this? I love the, if it'll zoom, this head sculpt for Jon Moxley. Absolutely love it. Doesn't look as much like him, kind of, sort of, but I wish they do a blood and guts version with that head sculpt. That would be beautiful, but this one is still pretty good. Love how that looks. So there you go. If you were curious, that's what's going on in the back. Nothing much. All right, though, I will admit, Jon Moxley is my favorite wrestler of all time, but this is going to be the standout figure from this collection because he is wearing jeans. And if you guys know anything about me, any figure with jeans at all, I am going to love. So I love how that looks. The knee pads look great, and they're almost like bell bottoms. He just looks super fly, I'm not going to lie. Moving up here, though, he does have the Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, barbed wire, blah, 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 deathmatch shirt that is also covered in blood. Very nice. And it is white, although it has the black graphics, so I do not think it's going to be staining too much. Let's see. Yeah, no staining. That's beautiful. And as you can see, he does have blood on his torso, and I'm assuming on his back as well. He's got blood all over his arms, and then a very, very, very bloody head sculpt, which looks super cool. This will be my new Kenny for my collection. I think the Kenny I have right now is getting powerbombed by Chuck Taylor over in the corner of my ring. So yeah, he needs a little bit of an update, and this will be the perfect addition to that. So folks, honestly, it's been a long enough review now. It's been almost 12 minutes, so I think I'm going to leave it off there. I do apologize for maybe not going completely in-depth and assembling everything, but then again, this is my channel. I want to go at the pace that I want to go, and there are plenty of other people that have reviewed this figure, or figures I should say, because this thing's been out for what? 2-3 years now. I'm pretty late to this party. However, one last thing I do want to say, if you guys do know where to get this, or you do come across this out in the wild, maybe at a comic book store or something like that, definitely pick it up. I am not exactly sure if Ringside is going to be restocking this, but it is currently unavailable on Ringside Collectibles, which is why I went and gotten picked out too, because I have a feeling it's going to go up in price. But the figures are great, easily one of the best, if not the best, 2-packs from AEW. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Pick one up to unbox and pick one up to keep, because it might be worth something one day. But folks, that's going to be it. This, of course, was the AEW by Jazzwares Ringside exclusive Blood and Guts Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega 2-pack. Wow. Lots of words, but no more aside from, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.